Alright, so we ended our last vlog with me going like this. Ah! So, I was up in Detroit, Nickelback, 4 hours of sleep, had to get to the airport, 7 a.m. flight, flew Delta. So, Delta, I don't like to fly. I don't really have personal issues, aside from the fact that Delta recently lost someone's dog and offered them $200 compensation for that. That is the biggest fail customer service I've ever heard of in my life. That almost comps or tops the United Breaks Guitars situation. I mean, a pet, that's like, I mean, the relationships between people and their pets, that's like people and their children. I mean, how much do people cry and lose it when they lose a pet? And then Delta's like, oh, sorry about that. We can't seem to find your dog, but here's 200 bucks and a cookie, okay? Yeah, not so much. So flew Delta, got up there, really annoying some meeting situations. I'm not gonna get into the details. Then, you know, I tried to get an earlier flight back. They had no earlier flights. I'm in Detroit Airport again in this terminal that was not giving me what I wanted. I was really tired. I mean, I just felt like my body was so needing sleep, and I'm not going to sleep in the airport. So I'm in the airport, finally get on this flight. It's packed. I had a middle seat in between two guys that were hogging the armrests as usual. Men always hog the armrests if you're in the middle seat. I'm just saying. And then, oh, by the way, then we're getting on the flight, and this guy who obviously works at Microsoft, because all the guys that work at Microsoft have the bags that say Microsoft on it, the backpacks, and he's like chumming it up, talking to some chick behind me as we're going down the tarmac to get on the plane. Okay, when you've had a bad day and you know that you're so testy and annoyed and bitter and angry, maybe it's not justified, but you know what? You're in that kind of a mood. So I have this guy in front of me on the way to the tarmac down to the plane, right? And he's turning around talking to this broad behind me, and I'm literally looking at him like this, like, shut the hell up. I don't need this going on, or just go behind me. You know, talking over someone, and he's like, oh, hey, you know, you're in a good mood, la la la. And I don't even know what they were talking about, but she's like saying that she's in HR, and that because she's in HR, she's always in a good mood. And I'm like, and then he's like, well, you know, it really sucks because this flight is full, and now, you know, he has a carry-on bag. Of course, all men never check their bags. And he's like, I can't believe I have to check it up here. It's like, oh my God, you have to actually put your bag over to the side so that when you get off the plane, you might have to wait for 3 or 4 minutes for your freaking bag that's too big to fit in the overhead bin in the first place. So she's like, well, I always try to see the bright side of everything. And I'm like, oh, which is normally me, meaning not this, but normally me, like, I'm usually in a good mood. But at this point, I was about ready to take my purse and just turn around and like, but I didn't. And so she keeps going on, and then she's like, she says something like, you know, asks him what he does for work. And he's like, oh, I sell ad space online. And she's like, I'm in HR, I don't know what that means. And he's like, well, you know how regular and conventional advertising, they sell ad space in magazines or on billboards or whatever. I sell ad space online for Microsoft. And she's like, I have no idea. When you say online, what do you mean by online? I'm not lying to you, that's what she said. She said, when you say online, what do you mean by online? Are you freaking kidding me? And literally when she said that, I'm like, oh my God, I need to put her to sleep right now because she doesn't know what she's saying. And so we get on the plane, and I'm like, please shut up, please shut up, please shut up, please stop talking. So then we're walking through the first class portion of the plane, and she's behind, she goes, and we're kind of walking slow because of course some idiots above are taking forever to put their bags and the rest, you know, in the overhead bin, because it's always some guy who has a bag that's this big trying to fit it into a space this big, like, and thinking that if you push hard enough, it's just going to get in there. Okay? And so the rest of us are like this. Like to get to my seat. I like to get to my seat. And, you know, you're just kind of standing there. So we're like in the, like those of us, you know, Microsoft guy in front of me, dumb broad behind me, and we're in the first class area where people are sitting, okay? And she starts going, wow, oh my God. And then she's looking, she goes, oh, they have coffee up here. That is so cool. I didn't know they had coffee on planes. And I'm like, oh, not only does she not know anything about going online. She's obviously never been on a plane in the past 20 years. I'm like, shoot me now, and please tell me she's not sitting next to me. She's like, oh, this is cool. And then she's like, ooh, wow, this is first class. Those seats sure look comfortable. That's got to be my goal. And she's talking to the guy in front of me, and by this time I think he was like, why am I talking to her? I'm so embarrassed that I know this woman. And she's like, wow, that's got to be one of my goals before I die, to sit in first class. That's right. She goes, do these seats cost a lot? I'm like, I'm so embarrassed that you're even a human that's talking right now. I honestly wanted to do one of these, like, and just knock her out, but then they probably would have called security and I wouldn't have gotten home. That's probably the only reason that I didn't do it. People, where do these people come from? And the other thing that happened, which you guys might have seen my tweets yesterday, every single person I saw in Detroit airport was like a fashion fail from the 80s. I saw people with, what are those things? Fanny packs on? Fanny packs. I saw guys with their BlackBerry or their cell phone on their belt. Who uses belt clips anymore? And then I saw a lot of like inappropriate pairings of like leggings with sparkly tops and belts and ballet slippers, all of which didn't really combine together for any functionality whatsoever. I was constantly in a head tilt moment the whole time I was in Detroit, like this. Like, how do these things come together in the universe? Did you put them together on purpose? And do you realize what they look like and what they're making me feel like just looking at them? Because you're giving me wrinkles just looking at your stuff. See? I need to go get Botox right now. So, all that to say, I was in Detroit all day yesterday, pissy mood, finally get to the airport, finally get home. Oh, and then, well, several people almost pissed me off on the freeway. Made me want to have like a fake gun to just scare them. But then again, I'd probably go to jail for that, so I just have to pretend and do things like, well, certain hand gestures that are appropriate at the moment, and I'm not going to do it now because I'm trying to set a good example for you people. All that to say is, how have my workouts been this week? As you can see, I'm getting ready to do a kick butt workout today. Yesterday I didn't work out. Tuesday I had a kick butt workout. I did kickboxing, and then I did a really nice shoulder blast. And here's the funny thing about Monday. For some reason, I think I blogged this, I was just not in the mood for like a regular workout, but I wanted to do something because it had been all last week I didn't work out. So I went for like a 45-minute power walk, and you guys, my calves are killing me. Everything below the knee is just like, I was walking in heels yesterday going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Like when you walk and you do a lot of walking, and I mean, wow. So those Earth footwear shoes I was using. But anyway, and I will tell you a little side note, because I've been telling you how much kicking butt I've been doing diet-wise, and how much, I mean, it's almost effortless, you guys. I have just so changed everything about the way I deal with food. This has just been a phenomenal, the whole Eat Stop Eat thing has had such a phenomenally huge impact on my life. It's almost effortless, and my pants this time, you guys, my pants are falling so low on me, the ones I got. I think I'm ready to be back in my 6s. I'm going to probably try them on later today. But the pants that I bought were literally like falling down so low that my heel got caught on they were the Ann Taylor pants that I love. My heel got caught on the lining, and I ripped the lining, which pissed me off, but whatever. I was literally like going, holy crap. And I'm gonna say, my mommy was over here. Yes, all of you guys that are asking for mom to be back on the vlog, I will have her next week on the vlog if I can. I've been out of town, you guys. I have been out of town. I think I told you guys, my TripIt, which TripIt is like a travel thing that tracks where you go and hooks you up with people that you know in different cities. I think it showed that out of the past 31 days I was home 4. It's been insane. And luckily, I am now home, and I don't think I go anywhere next week. Might have to go back to Detroit. I gotta watch my time. Anyway, my mom was over here, and I was dressed in my workout clothes, and she goes, oh my God, Kelly. Actually, she said, oh my gosh. She would yell at me for saying, oh my God. She's like, your butt is getting so small. She goes, she actually said, you've got to stop losing weight. I'm going to probably take the 3rd vlog. Is that bad?